What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. It's your boy Jay, and I got with me Mr. Brandon Poole.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
All right. So, if you haven't noticed by the title of this fresh take, we're going to be looking at the movie John Henry, starring everybody's favorite fake James Bond villain Ludacris and Terry Crews.
And everybody's favorite Me Too character. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. So if you don't know anything about John Henry, here's a little bit of a synopsis. Now, this is straight from IMDb. When two immigrant kids on the run from his former South LA gang leader stumble into his life, John is forced to reconcile with his past in order to try and give them a future. So, yeah, that's not what this is about.
Not at all.
That's just not what this is about. You guys know how I like to do my fresh takes. So we're going to talk about the good, which is not much, and we're going to talk about the bad, which is a lot. And we'll let you guys figure out what you think our rating for this would be without actually saying it. So, Brandon, I'm going to let you have the floor first with what you thought was actually good about this movie.
Cool. Yeah, see, you put me in a tough spot, brother, when you said, tell me about what you thought was good, because I'm going to say something. I was really fishing for what was good.
I think everybody was.
I really was. But you know, I found out one really good thing. And he's a well-established actor. The man that played John Henry's father, Ken Forey, B.J. Henry is that's the character in the movie. B.J. Henry, that's the father of John Henry. That was the best thing about this entire film. Him. That's it. I don't really know if there's anything else.
I can't disagree with that.
Oh, no. Look. I got something else I want to add. One good thing about it, the score was done by DJ Quick. That was dope to me.
I noticed that.
That was dope to me. So
I hate he was on a bad film, but yeah.
So anything DJ Quick is a part of production-wise, as far as West Coast music, he's a West Coast legend. All due respect to that legend. Love me some DJ Quick. Aside from that, and Ken Forey, nah, nigga.
Yeah.
Nah, ain't nothing else. That's it. That's it. Right, if there's something else that you liked, and maybe you could remind me of some dope stuff, because I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. There ain't much good with this movie, to be honest. And I will say this. I think Terry Crews, despite his personal issues and stuff that he does in his personal life, I think acting, he is not a bad actor. I think he is criminally underrated a lot of the time. But I do think he is a victim of, he's one of those actors like a Henry Cavill. He needs a good director.
Right.
To pull these roles off. But in this film, he's not bad as John Henry. If the movie is kind of like, if
he actually was an okay actor in the movie. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah,
because the movie the story of this movie is taking its major points from the John Henry folktale. If you don't know anything about the John Henry folktale, real quick, he was a railroad worker who was pretty much stronger than any other man. The railroad company had this new steam press. They put John Henry versus steam press. The railroad workers like, look, if the steam press win, we're gonna lose our job. John Henry actually beat a steam press, but in the actual beating of the steam press, he dies because he was pretty much exhausted. So that's basically the short, and I think it's a steam press. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Basically bolting down the cross tires to the railroad.
That old folktale was like part of a collection of many Negro folktales from back then. So there's like a level of antebellum slavery vibes to it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah.
because all of most of the railroad workers were like either poor whites or minorities. Most of them were. So that's the whole dichotomy. Of course, the railroad owners who had steamboat, they were all rich white men. That's neither here nor there. But that's what this is about. So I mean, that's where they take their points from. And like I said, Terry Crews, if Terry Crews is a little bit younger, Marvel should get him for Luke Cage.
I think they can still do it.
They can still do it.
He can still do Terry Crews. I really think Terry Crews right now, because I feel like
you can probably get good 3 movies out of him.
Yeah, he's actually in to me, I think he's in his prime as far as roles and acting and like what's kind of hot out here and as far as Hollywood goes. So I really wouldn't be mad if they did get Terry Crews to play.
Because he's actually the right height and the right build. Like I like Mike Coulter, but Mike Coulter's a little on the short side. I think Terry Crews is the right height because Luke Cage in the comics is actually not a little dude. He was always big. He was bigger than everybody else. Right. So that's one of the things.
I like Mike Coulter. Yeah, you're right. I like Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, but I mean, if we're going to be honest, Terry Crews is a better actor than Michael Coulter. That's just my personal opinion, but
and plus he has the actual size.
Size and the build and all of that. Yeah.
So that in the cinematography is honestly the only good things I can find about, because they do set this in Compton, and that's gonna be one of my many issues with this movie because screw it. Let's go to the bad. All right, I'm gonna kick this one off. One of my main issues with this movie is the fact that it is stuck in the early 90s and not in a good way. They want to be Menace to Society mixed with Luke Cage so bad that it's not even funny. And the problem with me is those stories, while they were appropriate for its time because it showed a side of America that, you know, most people did not know about as regards to the Black experience of, you know, police interactions with the Black community and stuff like that. Over time, it got to the point where it got glorified and it made people think that's all we were. And that wasn't good. And this kind of goes back to that a little bit, especially with the setting of Compton, which it's not a good look. The other thing too is I think that Chris Bridges, Ludacris, is not a bad actor. This is a horrible role for him. Ooh. Because yes, I know you guys have seen him you've seen him in Fast and the Furious, and you say, oh man, look, the Fast and Furious movie was stupid. Yeah, but he's been in other stuff that's actually not bad. He actually has. If you go check his,
I liked him in Max Payne.
Yeah,
do you remember him in Max Payne?
Yeah, Max Payne. He was actually that was actually just how the role was in the game. So if you actually look on IMDb and go by his movie, he has an actual diverse portfolio of movies. He's done drama, he's done action, he's done comedy, he's even done a couple romantic comedies where he was like the sane Black friend, but he was good in those movies.
Right.
This ain't a good role for him, and on top of that, he's barely in it. What, 10, 15 minutes?
Total? I'd say maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 15 minutes. If we stretched it, maybe 20.
Maybe. Because it's chopped up to where he comes in and out, and you're like, okay, dude, that's the problem with the villain of this movie.
Well, they're making him like mysterious and shit.
Yeah, but they tried to Shredder him. They tried to Shredder him. You know, like in the first Ninja Turtles movie, Shredder, because the actor was Japanese and his I think at the time his vocabulary, his English language wasn't that good. Right. They kind of like kept him to the shadows, but it worked because when he showed up,
you knew it was going down.
Yeah, that was the perfect way to do Shredder. Yeah. But in hindsight, when a movie like this, you don't need to Shredder him.
Yeah.
Because there's a scene in the movie where one of his henchmen done messed up, and you see him with this flamethrower that he walks around with the acetylene torch he walks around with. I don't know why he does that. He sets it up, and they say they hold the guy down, and he's begging for his life like a henchman does. and he's basically like, open wide, mother, and the screen was outside. I'm like, why did y'all do that?
And by the way, that guy, that was the henchman that took the girl, the one that was about to die.
Yeah,
the one with the dreads.
yeah.
He's actually a rapper. He's part of the group called Audio Push. He's a dope rapper. I'll send you some freestyles of him and his homie.
Okay.
He actually goes in.
I
So when I saw him, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I didn't know I didn't know that a dude was an actor, but you know.
Well, I'm thinking like some of these people they got them because they were in and around Compton. So and that's another thing.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Villains in black movies. Stop wearing all white as henchmen.
And okay,
Stop doing that shit.
All right, so like I know you're still going through your stuff real quick, but can I add in one thing about Ludacris real quick?
Oh yeah.
I need for you to explain to me why Ludacris looks like a custom GTA 5 character that wants to be a GoldenEye villain.
Man, dude, that was one thing. I'm sitting there like, is he supposed to be a James Bond villain, or is he supposed to be, a video game villain?
That motherfucker
from Final
like
Fantasy.
007 villain. Yeah. But yeah, all right, yeah. But I'll let you go ahead and finish because I got some other stuff I got to say.
Yeah, okay, because like that's and the other thing too, like, and this is probably my biggest issue with the movie is nothing really happens until the last 15 minutes, and even then, it's like y'all built this movie up to do nothing.
Yeah.
No, and the movie ain't that long. It's only an hour and a half.
Terrible. Yeah.
So you build it up because I actually did not have a problem in the smaller parts with Terry Crews and the girl.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was actually that was the thing. Like there was some good moments, even with the dad, with his dad being like, you didn't know he could speak Spanish, and the only reason why he knew how to speak Spanish because he was boning this Puerto Rican chick. That was hilarious, by the way.
Right. Which and see that goes by what I said, that he was the best thing that happened to this movie.
Yeah. So I mean,
there's moments like that.
But the thing was, like, the dad was teaching her how to shoot.
Right.
And like the little moments that they had together, I liked that. It was that was actually good. I'm like, okay, this ain't bad, but dude, I need y'all to either do a better job with this villain, because first of all, Ludacris was not frightened. He was not intimidating me. Why would anybody work for him? Y'all scared that he gonna burn y'all alive?
They fucked
just
up
shoot him.
With the pacing. The pacing. This had to be one of the most worst paced movies I think I've seen in a long time. That pacing of like scenes like him with his high school homegirl, that like shit like that could have been cut out, and it could have used that towards In the House with the little girl, the girl played by Jamila Velasquez, I think.
Yeah,
that's her name. And see, I remember her from, okay, don't judge me, from what's that show, Empire?
Oh no, because dude, that was saying I noticed her from somewhere too. I'm like,
yeah.
I've seen her before.
Yeah. I remember her from Empire, and she's actually a dope singer. So
yeah.
So that was kind of.
Yeah, and the last thing, and then I'll let you go. If you're gonna go blaxploitation, just go blaxploitation.
Thank you.
Don't try to skirt the line between blaxploitation and 90s hood movie. Just go full on blaxploitation. I mean, Luke Cage on the Netflix, Luke Cage showed you could do modern blaxploitation and make it work. Yeah. I mean, maybe I should have had Cheo Coker come in and like punch up the script or something, because the thing is, you could have did modern blaxploitation and make it work. There's 2 seasons of Luke Cage and 1 season of Defenders that proves that you can do modern blaxploitation.
I bet they cut out a lot of scenes that could have been. I feel like they did a lot of filming and it was probably some dope stuff. And they was like, nah, let's just roll with this, and it fell flat. But look,
yeah, what's your bad, man?
Like, I feel like the movie was trying to get the Tribeca Film Festival award or some shit, or
like they were going to Cannes or South by
or
Southwest,
Cannes or Slam Dance or some shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they was going for that artistic approach, which I normally like people that try to go outside the box a little bit and things of that nature. But it fell flat as crap with that. I mean, I saw where they were going with it. Like, okay, they trying to win the Cannes Film Festival type shit, right? To where you would get like that nod, possibly for an Oscar or something. Like maybe because it was. Yeah,
because if you do good at Cannes, you usually get a full theater release.
Right.
Usually.
Right. Usually. You know what I'm saying? Like it fell flat. It fell flat on that. Another thing, it was the ridiculousness of the characters. They were, okay, I have a quick question, Jay. Who was this director?
I have never heard of him before. Let me pull that back up. I have never heard of this guy before.
I have a question. Is he a white man? And I know that doesn't have anything to do with it, but I have a theory behind it. Depending on,
I don't know. Hold on a second. It's Will Forbes.
Will Forbes. I see that, but like I was trying to look for photos and I didn't really see anything. But I think it's a white guy.
I'm looking right now. Yep, it's a white guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains everything you need to know because I think and see, Hollywood has this thing at times where it's like, oh, I can direct it. I've hung out. I know what the LA black experience is. And you see these characters are caricatures of what someone that's not really in the know, and they put their thought behind of what they think. Now, I might be just blowing it out of proportion, but like I see this a lot in films, and John Henry, you can add that to the list of the things that I see a lot with that. Because I'm looking at these characters and I'm like, and I agree with you. Like, if you're going to do blaxploitation, just go full out blaxploitation. I think it would have hit better if they would have went that route and made it a 70s setting.
It would have worked. It really would have worked better.
It really would have worked better. You know what I'm saying? Because the characters were ridiculous. All you had to do was just get some comedians to write some of the script and made that shit a little like much more funnier.
Well, this is gonna make you laugh. Slink Johnson is actually in the movie.
I know. Which I love.
And I'm sitting there like, Slink actually writes.
He's funny.
Like, y'all didn't let him look. Slink actually writes.
Slink writes on Black Jesus when he plays Black Jesus. I don't know if you did.
I'm pretty sure y'all could have had him like, and him and the other guy, I forgot that because that's a comedian that he was in the car with. He's a comedian too. I'm pretty sure that whole conversation was ad-libbed. That whole conversation was ad-libbed.
That was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, that was probably one of the best like comedic parts of the movie because you could tell that was not script written.
Right,
that wasn't.
Right, they were just kind of. I mean, they probably had a script, but they was like, "Yo, let's just kind of just."
Because it didn't work.
Just vibe off of it. But I
can promise you that whatever they had written for them two did not work.
Right. Which that's fine because people that are naturally funny, it's okay to have a script. So they have like a certain outline to go on anyway. Yeah. And like all they need is just the setup and tell somebody to tell them action.
Yep.
And they'll get right down to doing their thing because most comedians, funny comedians at least, they know what's funny.
Yeah.
So
and that's because when I saw Slink, I'm like, oh man, Slink, not this movie. I'm like, not this movie, Slink. I'm sitting there and I'm like,
it is what it is. Yeah.
I'm like, I understand it's a check, and I ain't hating on that because hey, you do what you got to. Because there ain't, to be honest, there's not that many. There's more opportunities coming for black actors in Hollywood, but you do what you gotta. I ain't even gonna hate on that.
Right,
but
right.
I just thought,
a check is a check, and in Hollywood, black Hollywood,
yeah,
a lot of opportunities don't get by come by like that. So like I don't even be hating on the characters, like the characters portray, like not the actors. That I had no problems with none of the actors. Actually, across the board, the acting was pretty decent.
Well, I did have one problem with the actor that played Young Hale. Maestro Hall, I think is his name. I've seen him on something else.
Okay,
he played the young version.
I've seen him before and stuff. I mean, he's actually
I think he was like
actor.
He was too like I don't know how they wrote. I don't know why they wrote his role like that, but it was like, dude,
they made him real super thug life.
Yeah, and Ludacris, it didn't match up with Ludacris.
Right.
It didn't match. So number one, it didn't match because Ludacris like is high yellow and this brother is dark.
Well, all black folks look alike, so that's kind of what that is.
I just went with it. So
right.
But yeah, I mean, it didn't match up. It was like Maestro Harrell was being O-Dog from Menace to Society.
Yeah, they were going for a lot of different things. I saw that too, because even the hairstyle, even though technically setting was 93, 94, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, I ain't gonna beat him up too bad on that, but it was a lot of eye bucking and cooning from the characters. I didn't like the
a lot.
Like a lot of the minions, like the gay girl, and I'm assuming, I'm assuming that because she coming off hard like a nigga.
Well, yeah, that's the other, and once again, now that goes with the henchmen. The henchmen, they all wear white, like they was in that. What was that? The Superfly remake they did. Right. I'm like, at least in that movie, they explained why they was in all white.
But look, real quick, one of the greatest climatic moments was when they shot John Henry's pops, B.J. Henry, and the girl started crying and did that slow-mo thing, and then he got up, grabbed the gun, looked at them motherfuckers and said, "I'm B.J. Henry, my dick was legendary," and then shot his gas can and blew them niggas up.
Yeah.
That right there, if that ain't blaxploitation, that scene right there, I don't know what is. I'm like I said, y'all should have just went. You're so right. Like, why was this not? They were taking this. The movie was taken too serious. I think if they would have made it goofy, I think it would have hit well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the perfect length. It's an hour and 30. It's the perfect length.
Yeah,
but the problem is, like you said before, it's the pacing. Because they're trying to intersperse this with like flashbacks to, when they were younger, which kind of sometimes it made sense, sometimes it didn't. And then you have the moments with the dad. Like I said, BJ is the best character because of the interactions he was having with Jamila Vasquez's character and the moments he was having with his son, John Henry. So you're sitting there and you're like, okay, you got good elements in here.
Use it.
But and my thing was, look, if you're gonna do this, just do blaxploitation. Do not try to make this some mid-90s West Coast gang movie. Don't do that because the number one, the John Henry folktale does not match up with mid-90s gang movie.
It doesn't. The weird. It's a weird comparison of making John Henry modern.
Yeah, and the other thing that I forgot to mention, you do not shoot somebody in the head and show a little bitty scratch, and then he gets shot in the leg and in the side, and that's what if the bullet bounced off his head, then you know what I'm talking about.
Then he's Luke Cage. Yeah,
Then
but go
he's
ahead.
Luke Cage. Like shooting him with bullets should not have mattered.
Right.
Because she shot him, and I know this is a little bit of a spoiler, but it has to be said because this, you got to remember, this is not a superhero movie.
Y'all don't waste your time on this bullshit. So
Yeah.
go ahead and spoil it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand some people like, well, you just spoiled it. No, I didn't. Trust me, I didn't. But the problem is, if you're gonna go superhero, go superhero. You don't, if she would have like shot him in the shoulder or in the side or something, and he was gonna die anyway and bleed out, and then he had to go for, okay, fine. But you shot him in the head and he just had a scratch. Then a few seconds later, he gets shot in the leg and in the side, and that's what kills him. Because he has to die because of John Henry legend, the John Henry folktale. John Henry dies at the end of it. Like I said, it tries to parallel John Henry a little bit. So he's gonna die. And when you watch the movie, if you've watched enough films, you will know, oh, he's gonna die at the end of this. He's too much of a good guy. Especially if you watch Game of Thrones.
Right.
You know he's dying.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, this dude's gonna die. I get this, but it's how you get there. And it made no sense. They played Ludacris. Ludacris was not an intimidating villain whatsoever.
That shit was trash.
He just wasn't. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Yes, it's on Netflix, but I skip it. Skip it.
I mean, you know what? During the lock-in and COVID-19 for the rest of the year, like I figured, like, why not Mystery Science Theater 3000 this shit? Watch it and make fun of it if you're gonna watch it. And I mean, at this point, and do you know that Netflix, but since this came out on Netflix, it's actually doing good.
Yeah, it's like it was like number what, 2? When I
It's
saw
like
it,
number 2, and
when I
like,
saw it yesterday, it was number 2.
I saw it trending on Twitter, and I just wanted to get a like I just wanted a temperature check to see if anybody's feeling the same way me and you were. There's a lot of people that love this movie, according to Twitter. It's amazing.
Here's the thing. Some people are gonna like this movie for the same reason a lot of people defend Tyler Perry movies, even when they know it's garbage. Well, if we don't support it, they ain't gonna make no black movies. That's bullshit. Black Panther did $1.3 billion. Hollywood's gonna make some black movies.
Right.
If you don't think but Hollywood gonna make some black movies, you are delusional. Right. So that's why some people are gonna like some people they like stuff that's quick and to the point. I can't knock you for that. If you like stuff that's quick and to the point, that's fine. But to be honest, I'm telling you, if you like story, if you like, the hero's journey in your films, if you like good thought out villains, you're not gonna like this. You're just not. And some people, they just like Terry Crews and they just like Ludacris.
Yeah, I mean, there's room for all of this shit in some form of capacity, because as critical as a lot of people are critical of Tyler. A lot of black folks are critical of Tyler Perry. But then there's a lot of black people that love whatever Tyler Perry
puts out, even when it's garbage,
even when it's trash. Now, me personally, I like the Madea movies. Them shits make me laugh. They're funny. I
like Madea in those movies, but
right. I like those type of movies, especially when he dresses up as like his grandfather and shit like that. Yeah. And he be getting high and like smacking ghosts and shit. That's funny to me. I like dumb shit like that. Yeah. But because I know what I'm getting when I get a man dressed up as an old school grandma.
And and the thing is, you know what to expect because you've already been exposed to that character. You know what that character's gonna do, and that's what you're there for.
That's what I'm there for.
You're not there for that story. You're there for Madea.
I could care less about what's going on in the story, even when it gets serious. It's like, okay, go back to the ridiculous dumb shit.
Yeah. So I can understand that, but I know why people are liking it, but I'm telling you, if you want to,
this movie was bad, dog.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
This movie was bad.
I know why some people like it, but I'm telling you, this is not a good film. And that to me, I would be lying if I said it was good, knowing good and well that the pacing is off, the villain ain't about shit. he's not. He's a horrible villain played by a good actor. He's a horribly written villain played by a good actor that one, they don't know if they want him to be an OG or a Bond villain.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that in the movie, John Henry boned his wife in his bed, and that's why he's mad.
You would think, right?
with some of these Bond villain problems that he have, and like I said, when they show the stuff with him being young, and then you see him being older, yes, people can change, but that's too much of a 360.
Too much.
Yeah,
too much.
You don't act like O-Dog and then turn into Jonathan Pryce's character on Tomorrow Never Dies. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, look, if you like stuff like that, I'm fine. But I'm telling you, skip it. To me, it's not worth it. I'm not watching this again. I took it out my queue. I'm not watching it again. I'm not. And like I said, I'm not dismissing Terry's personal stuff that he does in his real life, but acting wise, he's not a bad actor. Acting wise, Luda is not a bad actor. I actually like Ludacris as an actor. I really do, and a rapper. But
I'm biased because I love Ludacris as a rapper. So even if he was trash, I would be like, yeah, he all right though, man.
But he's actually good though. That's the problem.
But he's actually not. He's not bad at all. He's actually pretty good.
I mean, if you look at the Fast and Furious movies, most times he's the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
because he's the realistic brother.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like, we shouldn't be doing this.
But look though, I know we gotta hate Tyrese a little bit, but I like Tyrese in these Fast and Furious movies. I know
he serves his purpose. He serves his purpose. His purpose is he's the goofy Negro. Am I wrong?
He really is.
I mean, they set that up in Fast and the Furious too. When you like, okay, dude, what is this dude's purpose? He don't have one.
They made him the goofy black man on Transformers, and that same character just migrated over to Fast and Furious.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, he's supposed to be comic relief. Supposed to be. Like, right. That's why like Ludacris is actually playing, even though Ludacris is sometimes funny in Fast and Furious, but he's funny because of his reactions, because he has that ATL reaction of brothers that's like sane.
Exactly.
And he's like, nah, dude, that's not cool. Like in the trailer for Fast 9, when they strapped the rocket to that car, he's like, did you strap a rocket engine to this car? He's like, yeah, cool, right? He's like, no, it's not. That's an ATL reaction from a sane brother. So, and people from the A, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm from Georgia. Yeah. Trust me, I hang around. Trust me. That's how we act when we like, nah, dude, that's not cool. When everything, yeah, man, that's cool, right? Nah, it ain't. And it's funny, but the thing is, it's a serious reaction. So, like I said, I like Luda as an actor because I've seen a lot of his work, and I'm like, bruh, did you owe somebody a favor? So why you did this?
Sometimes you're just gonna hit and miss. Like probably the script was like, you know what, it might come up. Probably they had a script and they was all feeling it and everything, and probably the check didn't look too bad either. And they only probably filmed. I look by the looks of it, even though the cinematography, I think it took them only about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, a month is being generous. I'm just saying.
Month is being generous, but like I really don't think they put too much like filming behind it, because based off the dialogue in the movie, they're going for this. They're going for this Cannes Film Festival bullshit.
Yeah, and the other thing, I think, like you said, I think there's a lot of it on the cutting room floor.
Yeah,
I would like to see a making of, because I just want to see like why they took certain paths that they took story wise. But yeah, I in good faith, I can't recommend this.
Cool if I never. I'm cool if I never ever see this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, I can't in good faith recommend this to anybody. I just can't. It's just there's some stuff I can say it's a bad movie, but you should watch it just to formulate your own. Nah, not this one.
Now you're really not missing out on it. Like if you really ain't got shit going on because it's COVID-19, and get you some drinks and knock yourself out if you have to do that. But there's so much other TV movies that's out.
Netflix and Hulu is off the chain right now with all these movies they got coming straight to their platform.
Yeah, and like, you know what? It's I think that the streaming platform, and because of the situation we're in, it's giving these failed projects a second life.
Yeah, a chance to breathe.
A chance to breathe. And you know, and as long as it makes money, it really don't matter what the opening weekend was or what the critics say, because people gonna like what they're gonna like. And those straight to video, or straight to DVD, straight to Blu-ray type of movies, like they usually end up making a lot of money. You just don't hear about it, but they do well.
Yeah, some of them do, especially the action ones.
Yeah. B-rated. Why do you think you see Nicolas Cage acting in all them goddamn B-rated movies?
Yeah,
because he is stupid and he don't know how to make these hoes sign prenups. That's why you see him always in a B-rated movie, because it's an easy check.
Yeah, and he has to take it.
And he has to take it. Same thing. I'm noticing this with Bruce Willis as well. I'm starting to see him doing a lot of films that's going like straight, and I see like wrestlers do it.
Yeah,
they make a lot of money. It's a good business.
Yeah, because I think they get residuals off of every time you rent it. They get residuals off every time you buy the DVD or Blu-ray, and if you rent it on Google Play or
if you stream it.
Yeah. They get
if you stream it, you get a cut. You get a check, whether it's monthly or twice a year, whatever.
Yeah,
they'll probably be getting $10,000-$15,000 checks every twice, a couple times a year. I bet that shit ain't too bad, depending on you, who you are.
And if you got like 2 or 3 of these movies like that, that's that quickly adds up. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this fresh take.
It was trash. It was trash.
Yeah, it's garbage. But that's gonna do it for this one. Leave a comment if you watched it and let us know what you guys thought. Like I said, you're not gonna be able to change my mind on this one, but and I'm done with it. But just leave a comment, let me know what you guys thought about it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, peeps.
Peace.